You're listening to Who Agrees with me, Kendra McPherson.
And me, Paul Black.
And today we are celebrating motherhood.
A potential mother.
We're
A
feeling
potential
motherly.
Mother. Do you know that one?
No.
Oh, mother.
What one's that?
I don't know. It's from a film, but people just post it when like a pop star does something.
Oh, I haven't heard
It's
that
just
one.
like an old film and someone's going, oh, mother.
All I'm thinking of is call
Me,
mother.
mother.
Yes, it's
Fishy,
very...
feminine, up and comer.
I was about to say it's dangerously close to Mother's Day, but I'm not sure why that would be dangerous at all.
Dangerously close. to
Mothering
Mother's Day.
Sunday.
Let's just pause actually to go do the Brian Bello with tits thing. Mother. Sorry for clarity, we've mentioned it before, so you should know when Brian Bello was in the diary room, they said, name as many words for tits as you can in a minute. This is why we need to do it. Mother of the house.
What
House
else?
of abundance.
Mom.
No, please picture our
What'd you
mothers.
say?
Mom.
Mom.
You go that
Mommy.
side first.
Yes.
Mama.
Momo. Mimo.
Mimo. When we have a stroke live on air.
Mimo. What else would I call my mum actually?
So it's
Mo,
interesting.
ma.
I say ma. Is ma Glaswegian? No.
No, I would have said, I wouldn't really say it now, but when I was younger, I'd be like, oh, my mom was saying blah, blah, blah.
I'm so bad. I hate every time it comes out of my mouth. And I go, is that Glaswegian? And it's the class thing of Glaswegians think the entirety of Scotland is Glasgow.
No, Mo, I think, that's quite a Scottish one just in general,
Well,
isn't it?
I always say my ma, but when I'm talking to her, I don't say ma. I think that's a different level.
Yeah, it's
Some
like
people
you
be like,
gesture
ma,
to
what's
them.
happening here? And I wouldn't do that, but I would say, my ma said this. And if I was talking to my siblings, I'd say, go on your phone, mum.
I've just got one. The kingpin of them all. Old Mother Hubbard.
What's the truth about old
Call
Mother
her up.
Hubbard? Why
Why don't we just call Mother Hubbard up?
Why
Old
don't
Mother
we just
Hubbard's at
call-
the key.
That's a mother of...
Reveal.
And see, old Mother Hubbard, is that somebody? Because I just know there's a chippy at the key next to the Odeon and it's sandwiched between the Nando's and the Odeon called Mother Hubbard's.
So I would always know it from hearing it in my family as like if you had no food in your cupboard, you'd be like, oh God, it's like old Mother Hubbard's in here. Like there's nothing in the cupboard.
Do you want to know the poem?
Yeah.
The original
Yes.
poem?
Yeah, read it
It's from
out.
1805.
Okay, do an old-timey accent then.
I don't think I can do an old time accent.
It's vague, you can.
Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to
Old
give
Mother
the,
Hubbard.
to
Sorry.
give the poor dog a bone. When she came there, the cupboard was bare, and so the poor dog had none. She went to the baker's to buy him some bread. When she came back, the dog was dead.
That's
She went
happened
to the
us.
undertaker's to buy him a coffin. When she came back, the dog was laughing.
Well, first of all,
The end of that sounds like when you were in primary school and you would write the best story of your entire life, but you couldn't think of a way to finish it, so you said, and then I woke up.
primary school. That's the time I write anything in my life. I know I end this shit. Do you know what I realise when I look back? I've written so many things, and you can look back sketches or loads things that are on TV. When you look back, I end everything with someone leaving a room. Everything. I just noticed it one day and I went, why has nobody said this to me? Like leaving dramatically. Even Govan Fair Queen, most recently, I knew it was happening.
Well, it is
They
a
run
very
out.
obvious way to end a
And it's
situation.
because if you come from writing short things, you go, oh, fuck it, we'll just end it.
Yeah,
And that's the
uh-huh.
problem. But listen, old Mother Hubbard, that did end bad because
Old
coughing doesn't rhyme.
Mother Hubbard.
Doesn't rhyme with laughing.
What if you did an old English accent?
Coughing.
Laughing.
Well,
Laughing.
I actually used Old Mother. I use Old Mother Hubbard as a reference quite regularly in my life, and I said it to someone recently, and they were like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "What do you mean? What am I talking about?" To me, saying, "Oh, it's like Old Mother Hubbard's in here," is very obvious.
I see some, like, throughout the full time I've known you, like, sometimes you just say something and I just think, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, try and accent
A
and
lot
don't
of
question it.
A lot of my references or my go-tos are things I've just heard in childhood from older people around me and that I just bring into my life, like Manic Lesbian.
Manic Lesbian is funny.
You know
because-
about Manic Lesbian, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Have I spoke on the pod about Manic
I
Lesbian
don't think you
before?
have.
No, you haven't.
So
It's
I
relevant to the theme.
genuinely thought that being a manic lesbian was a genuine genre, brand, group of lesbians
It is,
that
to
had
be
an
fair.
actual title because someone in my family would often say people resembled or looked like manic lesbians, right? And this was obviously just a portrayal of a person that might have had a certain hairstyle or a certain demeanor or certain clothing that they thought fell into the manic category of lesbianism. So I grew up like,
that is hilarious.
oh, I feel like a manic lesbian, or like, oh, I look like, you know,
Fuck,
like,
I
so,
feel I'm.
fuck, I feel like a manic lesbian. But you know what I mean? Which isn't my place to say as a straight woman.
And look, I get people might to our lesbian audience, you might think I don't really feel comfortable with that, but there's
I
a
could
place
change
where
though. I could be a
Kendra
lesbian
didn't
so
know-
quick.
Yeah, and Kendra didn't
Know
know she
that.
was a child, thinking how was she to know that manic lesbian wasn't a person?
And as I just said, sometimes I felt like one.
Yeah,
So
I feel like one right now,
like, literally, let's get one in.
and there are ones, so there's plenty I could
Yeah.
think of.
Exactly. The archetype does exist.
Yeah.
I can see where the person, you know, got the reference from. But yeah.
Old Mother Hubbard.
Hubbard.
That's how
So
we got there.
We are today coming together with the loose theme of motherhood, as it is Mother's Day coming up or around about now. And I've just been thinking more, you know, I like to think about motherhood as a general concept quite often.
Yeah.
Think about it all the
I was
time.
just about to, but
Vibes.
I thought I've done it too many
I've
times.
done it so many times, but it's because I genuinely think about motherhood a lot and I'm super fascinated with it. And if I can't, or if I don't become a mum, I'm like, I really want to be a doula. I've spoken about that before.
You want to be a doula, a dog psychic,
Yeah.
what do you call them?
Celebrant.
Amongst your other careers that you're already.
I've got a few irons in the fire, but a
that's
doula.
good you said. I was listening back to an episode that came out today, actually, in time of recording. And you said in it, when we were having actually quite a beautiful chat, I will say it was quite, really, it wasn't funny. It was just like, damn, that's so true. And you said you want to make your life bigger and not because like, or in the terms of I want more and more things and or whatever it's, or like I want to succeed more at this thing. It was actually, you said that, why am I telling you what you said back to you? If you remember.
Yeah. No, I
think
do
it's important for men
remember.
to do that on Mother's Day.
I do remember.
You said you want more things.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
more.
I
No,
want-
I'm not explaining.
I
that.
want more. I know. I know the conversation you meant. I had an insight and a realization the other week because I was like, actually, I get quite caught up in like, well, I think we all do actually in like, you know, manifesting and stuff. And a lot of people say to be a master manifester or whatever you want to call it, that you've got to be super specific. You've got to literally be like, I want X by da-da-da, or speak about it as if you already have it.
I want now by mouth.
Yeah, literally. And you've got to do that, you know, or you've got to visualize something really specific. And I do believe there is a place for that and all that jazz. But actually, I was thinking to myself the other day and I was just like, actually, maybe I shouldn't get so bogged down by all these specificities and just strive to expand my life. So always do things with the thought that I'm just making my life bigger. I'm gaining more experiences. I'm seeing more places. I'm feeling more things. I'm not shrinking or reducing anything. I'm just always doing stuff with the aim to make things bigger and more expansive. And in that, by doing that, you will naturally bring in or manifest or achieve things because you're not saying no or shying away from things, you know.
I think what that made me think about is how much a bit unrelated to what we're talking, but maybe
So I'm
not.
pregnant.
Maybe
I'm making myself bigger physically.
I was going to say expand your womb.
Yeah, sorry, continue.
No, I was going to say expand your womb, goddess, but I'm sure someone said that.
Oh,
They
no.
will Anyway, I was going to say what that made me think about, and we can work it back to motherhood.
We will.
Is about when you when I was listening to that episode back, and you said that, I was like, it reminded me of something I read recently about making something your identity, like, and I don't even mean it in like a memeable way, like people whose full identity is this, but I mean like if you're like, for me, like I think, to me, I always think about like, oh, I always need to be doing something towards progressing my career. Like if I don't do that, then I'm not doing well or I'm whatever. And I genuinely I could say out loud that I was like, I know it's not the most important thing. Like, if that didn't work out the way I wanted it to, I would still have all these other things in my life. But I know truly I don't feel that. I know that sounds really bad.
It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to actually
I would love to
feel
believe it, because then I do think of when you attach your identity to your job, and like, especially if it's something that really involves like progressing in a certain way, or especially something that's in like the creative industries that results in a kind of
merit.
And like a path that people can see publicly or whatever.
Yeah.
These things, like, I think when I think about that, I go, why the hell? There's so many other facets to me as a person. Why is it that I think that's the most important thing? It's because your identity is your self-worth is too tied to your identity, and your identity is too tied to your job.
Well, yeah. There's a trickle-down effect, absolutely. And it's
so
also
sometimes
hard.
you just go, oh, well, if I'm pursuing that, but my life is bigger, I have other things.
Yeah, it's also hard as well, though, because like doing a creative job, which, as you say, is tied up to your identity, which is also tied up to your sense of self-worth, which is forward-facing, so people can actually like ingest or track your successes, is a whole different thing. But also there seems to be like a kind of like, people seem to feel really proud of you or proud of people when they have achieved like a notable public thing.
Yeah.
People will, shower you and being like, that's amazing that you achieved it, because it is. But it's hard to extract yourself from those achievements, or, like everything becomes mixed up or homogenous in the one thing, and then you can't differentiate.
And then it makes you go, it keeps coming back to Jemima Kirk. I think you people are thinking about yourself too much, because how do you possibly separate it when you need to be like I'm not making this a therapy session for me, by the way.
No.
And the motherhood episode. But I mean, like, it is like a kind of thing. Well, how do I possibly know if I need to promote myself, which is part of this job, but it's also me,
and it's my
life.
Stories, and it's my thoughts, and it's my perspective.
It's
and
like,
blah,
well,
blah,
what's
blah.
the like? It's so, and it's like, oh my god, enough.
It's also as well like, I don't know. I think like for me, when I feel that panic or like that like quickness inside, I recognize that I'm feeling a bit frantic and I'm feeling a bit worried, because that's not a good feeling for me. So if I have to kind of like scale it back, all you can genuinely do is, this sounds like the most banal advice ever, but like, all you can do is like do your best. So as long as I know, right, that I am trying to, create something, write something, or share an idea, or, give something a shot, or reach out to this person, or share this with somebody, or even just sit myself. Do you know what even makes me feel good? Literally just putting pen to paper. I'm like, I am trying. Like I am. But
or
also,
even if I'm not doing anything of, I was going to say worth, but what is worth?
Yeah.
But if I'm just doing it, like I'm doing it, like, and that's the thing where
you've got to do it.
You've got to do it. I've not thought of that in so long.
I think of them all.
I think this is quite a lesser known, like from the Scottish video sphere, because I don't even think it was that viral.
It's
Maybe
a guy that's, if you don't know what we're talking about, he's been running, and he looks as though he doesn't run a lot, and he
sounds like he's from Fife.
I think he's definitely from Fife, if not the general East Coast. And his whole sentiment is basically just like, and you can what you've got to do it. You've just got to do it, And I was like, that's just the truest thing ever. You've just got to do it.
I think about him all the time, even though I've not thought about him in fucking ages.
Yeah, I was speaking about him last night.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm keeping him alive.
And
I'm doing it.
You've just got to do it, And you have. So you put that.
I feel like we're giving motherly advice right now.
Yes, and also how I was going to segue it back is, I think, obviously I can't speak with this, but I think that being a mother is maybe one of the things that it makes sense for it to be such like a massive part of your identity, that sometimes maybe as you're like, that is because I think it feels for a lot of people that is, which is a good thing, your focus and your main, where all your energy goes, obviously, shouldn't neglect your child.
No, never.
But like, I do wonder how people feel with like how their identity changes as they become a mother, and they literally, when they become a mother, and why can't I just say one serious thing? I just can't help it. Like, if I find myself saying something serious, I'm like, I need 10 jokes now.
Yeah, fair.
But what I was going to say was, if your identity changes when you're a mother because it is so all-consuming, especially, at the start having a baby, like that is so that you can't do anything else but have a baby. But then obviously people do. And
People do. It's
I'm like,
crazy.
it's fucking crazy. But I think it must be very hard to be like, who am I?
The problem is, and what I get really when I do feel a bit stressed or worrisome, is I'm like, right, okay, I feel like I need to have, like, I'd at least want to have X, Y, and Z under my belt before I have a child, or else I'll feel like I won't be able to relax into motherhood because I'll feel as though I haven't, you know, fulfilled these other parts of myself. And I do feel that to a point, but then there's something really off kilter for me about looking at life that way, because that is just simply not the way life goes. It is not linear. You cannot plan that much. You do not know what's around the corner for good or for bad. So I don't think I can safely sit here and be like, okay, so when I fall pregnant, if I do fall pregnant, I will be satisfied with my output as an individual so that I can relax into motherhood without feeling like I'm somehow lesser than. I am going to just have to fold stuff in to what I'm doing. But it's because I've got an idea in my head that I'm like, if I become a mum, I really want to fully give myself over to that process without feeling as though, oh, there's not much time. Like, I wish I had more time to do this, or I wish I had more time to do that. When actually, you probably just make it fucking work, and nothing's going to be as cut and dry as that ever.
And I think that's what you said there applies to the same thing of if you wait for anything in your life to be like, I will do this once
finalised, yeah. And
it's
I
like
don't
even
look at things like that,
I've
so I don't know
never-
why I'm even applying that mode of thinking to this.
I mean, sometimes I've maybe said I want to do this by the time I'm this age, but I mean, like 1 or 2 like career goals maybe. But even then I go, as it gets closer to that age,
Yeah,
I go, well, who
I'm going to have
cares?
another baby.
No,
I
I want
wanna
to travel.
travel.
But the thing with that is, I think it's so rigid to set. It's ambitious, but it's also rigid because it doesn't take into account everything that's out of your control.
Yeah,
This
or-
is the opposite of what men make podcasts to say.
I know. I know. I'm just like, I am fascinated by it. And I think that as I've moved through different ages of womanhood, I feel like I have now, you know, a better understanding of things, but also don't understand anything at all.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the thought of me, like laid bare, squeezing out actual human head from FUD.
No way.
No, babe.
No, babe.
But I know...
But think there'll be plenty of people listening to this that have done that
well,
multiple times,
they
if
have,
not
but
once.
for me, it's the physicality of it. I can see why all the Kardashians just paid people to pop them out.
You could be like now one of the people that's like, you know, you occasionally come across someone that's like, I love giving birth. I'd do it again. I'd do it every day.
I could see it going either way
Yeah.
for me. I think it's either
And
going to
your
be...
baby will be born in a stream as well. You're forgetting about
I
that.
know I am forgetting about that actually massively.
Probably.
I'm forgetting about that hugely.
Yeah. And
Ideally in Peru.
yeah, and you'll have some sort of nice,
Shaming on site.
but I was going to say like one of those like cost tops that you can tie around you and untie, so it's very easy for your wife. So
Well, yeah, it'll actually be basically a built-in sling from when the baby
Yeah.
comes out. I can just fuck it right in there.
Costs are actually missing such a trick because all of their
Do
clothes
they
are
have
very...
maternity wear? Because they should.
Because everything's so suits, like everything's
Smock.
wraparound. Smock.
But
Something neck.
we've definitely spoke about this on the pod before, but the entirety of my pregnancy, even in the first month, I'll be in a wheelchair.
I was going to bring this up because
There's no way.
How many times have I said to you, I went, you are going to be, if you're pregnant, you'll 100% be in a wheelchair, if not crutches.
Yeah, no, because I'm not standing about.
And you'll be,
No, I will be, and I'm telling you right now, until I learn my way out of it, I will be a fucking nightmare. And I'll read books and I'll listen to fucking podcasts, self-help, you name it. I will coax myself out of it. But me becoming pregnant would be similar to me going to prison. It's exactly what you said. I will fucking lose it to begin with. I'll be
you'll
so
adjust.
difficult. I'll be on the precipice of death, and then I will rise.
and when you're in the birthing canal, no, when you're in labour is what I meant to say.
Suez
I
Canal.
know what you, I know what you'll be doing. Like, she'll be like, just fucking get out. Just fucking get out.
But I want to be, do you know what though?
Gas and air.
I do think, we'll get onto that in a
Oh,
minute.
I'll be having that.
I think that me being pregnant and giving birth will be a really, how good is prophesizing this? Will be a really good example of my dichotomies. because I think that there is two parts of me.
It's my dichotomy.
They say I'm crazy. I think there's two part of me's. There is a
Katy Perry when she's trying to finalise our Teenage Dream Deluxe Edition album track list and she can't trim down the new single. Fuck me, that was ridiculous. I think there's two part of me's actually.
side A and side B. I think there is two parts of me. I think one part of me, the one I strive to be all the time, is serene and calm and logical and, you know, pauses and takes time and appreciates and is present. The other part of me is a fucking psycho and is reactive and is panicky.
That's a much smaller part of you, I would say.
Do you think
the
a
other.
quarter?
I think, yeah, because and maybe before I knew you, it sounds sometimes you tell me things and I go, I can't imagine you doing that now.
Yeah.
And listen, we're all, listen, it's her first time at life as well.
Yeah, we've all had a drink.
I'm pointing to Kendra. We've all had a drink. And it's her first time doing life.
Yeah, literally.
As TikTok comments like to say with a little teary-eye emoji. But you were learning we were all learning none of us do things the right way. But I genuinely don't think you're a reactive person.
No.
I'm sure there's all moments where we all go, fuck.
Yeah, I know, true.
But like, I don't think that's...
I just wouldn't want it to turn into a nightmare, but I feel like I might be for a while, then I'll learn.
But that's just part of it. And I know that the way I can just see, because the way you like to sit on a radiator, or sorry,
Yes.
how do you describe it again?
I stand I'm vertical with the radiator. I char my arse
Char
on
your
it.
arse.
Yeah.
I know for a fact if you're pregnant during the winter months, you'll be charring your arse on the radiator and just rubbing your belly non-stop, all rubbing round the big bump.
I will rub around the big bump. I really hope I don't get a belly button that sticks out.
You will, that happens, no?
Does it happen to
I think
everybody?
there's a point where it goes...
Because
It could all just go...
I've shared with you before my perception around innies and outies belly buttons and how I can sense if someone has one or doesn't have one.
And have you done it to us?
I know that you don't have
I know
one.
you would see that.
Do you have one?
No.
Outie?
Any?
You've got an innie. Mm-hmm. So I have an innie as well. I do not have an outie.
How many people have an outie? Because I've met one person in my life with one.
I met one. I've been up close to one, and it took.
Have you
me,
touched?
Yeah, it took me a while to accept. But then when I didn't have to accept it anymore, I thought, I can't believe I put up with that.
Yeah.
But no shame or anything. But
know your worth.
You know.
Sorry if that's bad. Is it bad about saying that?
Probably, yeah.
I don't know if it's a birth.
It's actually very related to this theme because it's to do with the umbilical cord, is it not?
I have no idea.
Wait,
Why the fuck do you not know that?
Hashtag outie in the comments or hashtag outie in the comments.
Team innie or team outie?
I need a t-shirt that says like I am a proud outie owner or something, even though I'm not, so it's like even more meta.
Out and proud.
Outie and proud.
Outie and proud.
Kendra would never wear t-shirts that out and proud.
No, again,
Manic, lesbian and proud.
I would need. Like, yeah, the belly button thing. I'd be interested as well about motherhood, but the way your body changes and all that jazz. I just don't know if I can afford the weight gain, but I also do think that
embrace it.
But guys, I am sorry, we will be doing a GoFundMe to drain me goddess of my breasts because they do not need to be getting any bigger.
I seen a lassie on TikTok saying that she had a baby when she was really young and she was still in school, and our teacher was like to her, there's no way to say this without the context of the video, make it sound okay. I think our teacher was like, oh, turn around, and she was like, what? And she went, oh, it's fine, you've still got your arse. I'm assuming female teacher. I hope.
And still not okay.
And still not okay. But I was watching video going, where the hell is this going? And then she went, she always thought that was weird that she said to her. And then she said she went and she's had 2 more kids since then. And she said now she gets it because she goes, hi, my arse has disappeared. And then someone in the comments was like, hi, the passive aggressive, hi, midwife here.
Uh-huh.
But actually she was being nice. She went, this happens because it explains why you lose your arse. It's something to do with the muscle, but it's reversible apparently. It's
I've
the
not
muscle
got
in your
arse
arse.
to lose at the moment though.
You're going to be inverted ass.
Oh my God.
Mike was so scared.
I'm going to have bars. A back that's just an arse. Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't bear, because I don't want to have big, huge, swollen balloonies and then no arse in the back and a fucked up fanny, no doubt.
Yeah. Don't say that.
Well, it's hardly not fucked what happens.
Yeah. Well, I remember my
It's not going to be a dainty fanny, is it? Even for a month.
Don't say that.
I might get Caesarean, Hungarian. I want
barbarian.
I want Caesarean.
But what was I going? Oh, my sex education teacher in school told me. She said, for all the boys in now, when I know none of this would fly now, but you know when teachers were just making it up as they went along. Like, say you look back and you go, and where was the curriculum you were following?
Yeah.
And I always say when my French teacher in P6, it wasn't a French teacher, it was just a teacher and they have to teach basic French and they don't know it. And I found one of my old jotters and I had that bonjour meant cheerio.
You're like, come on.
I'm not joking.
You're joking. Was that on you or was that on them?
No, sorry. It said hiya/cheerio. That was the official definition.
Shut up.
She wrote to us. Hiya, cheerio. And I was saying this to my friend the other day and she went, well, that's ça va. And I went, I
don't know any French because I didn't do it.
Cheerio and hiya instead of hello, goodbye.
That's very different. That's very different.
But anyway, what I was going to say is my sex education teacher in school said, for any boys in the room, the way I would describe childbirth is like pooing a watermelon.
That's just not helpful to anybody, is it?
But it did make us all go,
yeah.
And I've never forgotten it.
But it's mental though. Like I do think I've
Shitting
obviously
a watermelon.
instead of I carried a watermelon from Dirty Dancing and shot a watermelon. Watermelon sugar. I haven't been in a secondary school.
I just thought, do you know what this is the most?
What?
From arsehole to breakfast.
I'm going to murder you and that homosexual Billy. Because you just roasted the cunt to my boy. I murdered it.
But I just thought about the tearing that happens.
The tearing.
That's why I said from arsehole to breakfast.
Breakfast. I've not been in a secondary school for a long time, thankfully, and I don't really know what the lay of the land is now. But I do know there is a different curriculum. What? Or do you just remembered you need to be at the secondary school tonight?
Genuinely.
What?
Tomorrow.
Why?
But I need to go to a primary school because I'm reading a story to children for World Book Day.
Oh my God, that's amazing!
It's tomorrow, I've just realised.
That's such a nice thing to be doing with your time.
They said I can read whatever I want.
What are you going to read?
I don't know, I just said whatever's there. Hopefully I can read the Gruffalo.
Break your bed and then the sofa.
What's that going to be?
Because it's her auntie that wrote it.
Oh, oh, I love that song. I'm going to
sing that
listen.
instead. See, girls and boys, you know a little ditty called
Break your bed and then the sofa.
Oh, I would love to do that. Are you going to dress up?
Do you think I need to dress up?
Well, it's World Book Day, babe. You've got to dress up. You've got to wear something.
No.
Paul, it's World Book Day.
Get dressed up as your favourite book character.
But I'm the celebrity guest.
What book do you love?
Love books, always have. I can't read The Crucible and I can't read... maybe I'll read The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe in full. Ulysses.
Why don't you go as
I'm not going as anything.
You're going as Edmund's little sweetie.
Edmund. That wee prig.
You're going as his what's it called that he loves? His Turkish delight.
Don't make me bring up again
say hi guys, I'm going as the concept of
Disco
Edmund.
fever.
Yeah. Sorry, what was I saying?
Back sorry, to the school.
I've not been in a while, obviously, but I think judging from the job that my mum used to do, which was a prevention practitioner, I believe, hopefully I'm correct, she would go in as a separate entity, as a separate body, and go in and teach kids in secondary school about consent and about kind of not an alternative sex education, but basically just about all different levels, doing workshops and things. And I'm like, that's obviously so necessary and should be so prioritized, because sex education when we were there was genuinely put a Johnny on a banana, watch a really, really pixelated video of a woman giving birth, and then
really?
Yeah, I watched a video of a woman giving birth, and then
I watched one on YouTube once.
An animation of sperm going in, whatever. And it was always very taboo. And I feel like that will be different now from what my mum's told me. It's approached in a very different way, but a lot of the time it's received also in quite a laugh and joking way.
It always will be, won't it?
It really needs to be I actually feel very when my mum took on that job, I was so proud of her, because I was it's such an important role. Like safety and attitudes and behaviors around sex are like the basis of our society, and the fact that people from a young age are taught or don't know enough about how they feel or how others feel in a certain situation, or like even feeling as though sex is somehow like dirty, or like the way we look at certain things or the way we make associations about sex, and all of these things are all tied up in shame or embarrassment, or like they're all very like extreme emotions. And it's like, why is this not just treated as a part of life that we can all navigate gracefully and get a lot of joy and pleasure from if we actually look at it correctly?
Yeah, and I think that it's important because I've learned recently that it's part of curriculum to teach young boys about misogyny in school. I think it's in Scotland as they made it, and it's like, how the fuck else are they going to target this rise of fucking Andrew Tates of the world?
Exactly.
And I think it all ties in.
Completely, it does. Absolutely. And I think my mum does actually speak like about, and people that she worked with do workshops on that and stuff. I'm not as swatted up as I'd like to be, but yeah, it's completely all tied in. And those attitudes and those outlooks, like, you have to get them at the root. Like, you have to teach children about this. And like, if I became a parent, it would be one of the most important things to me, aside from every other academic thing or whatever, to have my child know these things and feel comfortable or feel able to share, or not feel embarrassed or like anything was taboo. Because but we all have it. Like, there's things that I still like have to talk myself out of being judgmental of, or thinking is wrong, or being like, I have to make a conscious effort, because it's like in the fabric of us, because we're brought up that way societally.
Shame perforates all.
Yeah. So that's when I become mother.
Yeah.
Hubbard or not, I've told you about my
Hubbard
curriculum.
or not.
Kendra's curriculum for excellence is going to be in full swing, but I'll need to learn even more.
Yeah. And then you can do your own version of every subject.
I don't want anyone fucking about with my stuff. Like, I don't want like outside. I know that sounds like I'm being a bit of a dictator. I'm going to be the Kim Jong-un of motherhood.
What did Molly May not just say? She doesn't want to send her kid to school because in case it takes away her spark.
But
me, I know I'll say that.
No, but
I'll send my child to reset yoga. And I'll get a spark back.
But this is the thing. Also, it's like, see, when people say things like that, I totally get it. But also, you're not preparing your child to live in the world.
And there are some
also
amazing teachers.
It's all about you.
There are some amazing teachers that genuinely change the course of people's lives, and their jobs and their role are invaluable in the society. So if everyone took that outlook, then that would render them useless, and that's ridiculous, because they are genuinely like the pillars of society.
And also, it's like a child, you get to...
The sound ones are.
If you decide to, like, that's the thing, I don't want them to do this, it's like, I know people obviously mean it, and like cults aside, Scientology and all that aside, and Amishness and all that aside, people that do that, they actually, it's because they want to control it. And regardless if they're doing it well, it's like,
fear, maybe.
Well, actually you can't control that. And also, who's to say that the things that you believe is what your child will one day believe, or
and also
want that as their foundation?
If you were cultivating a well-rounded enough home environment, you would like to hope that if anything came into the space at school that felt in direct conflict with that, or felt damaging to your child in any way, or their behaviour or their thought process, you would like to hope that when they came home, you would be able to tackle that or handle that or discuss that openly, so that it wouldn't have a really adverse effect. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's like they are in school a lot and shit, but you can still have an influence and have like...
It's funny though, innit? Because I always think this, like, I was saying this to my sister the other day, because I'm like, I always notice ways in which she's like trying and all these things to be a good parent and do things that are like, she's obviously learning about how to talk about certain things or whatever. And I'm like, the fact that her parents were just like out the door when you go, like, and there was obviously, it was a different time and there was no time for that. But like, even it's just so funny, like, when I see my sister talking to my nephew and just being like, and what made you feel that way, or like, or like, we don't shout or whatever, and I'm just like, literally imagine.
No, my mum and dad were like, we fucking shout.
No, genuinely, it's like, it's just so funny because it is a different world. But I do get why I was saying people are trying to control that, but I do get why parents feel like, because I look at my niece and nephew and you think like high school is like hard for any, there's no way for it not to be hard in some respect, right? Even if you sail through it and you're really popular and you're like whatever, you'll still have some other thing going on, probably, because that's life. But in my head, I'm like, I don't want them to ever experience like any of the bad things, and not even like that bad. Like I would say a bit of casual bullying happened to me, but not like eating like. But once my friend did throw my PE kit on the railway line.
Whenever you told me about that, I hated it.
Yeah, that's the time when I think I was bullied,
Now, hold on.
and I didn't realise, which isn't as bad.
No, that's actually good.
Because I didn't
At
know.
least you weren't feeling it
I was
in
like,
real time.
classic friends.
Yeah, love my friends.
And I just
It's a little game we play.
I just got those Forest Hill Adidas shoes or whatever they were called, and I was gutted. And I didn't tell my mum.
Did they take it away from you and throw it?
They were probably saying you're gay, your PE kit goes on the railway, and I'd go classic upbringing. That's what. But I remember thinking that I was like, I don't want them to experience any of that, but also you can't control it because that's what makes you. If I hadn't had my PE kit thrown in the railway line, would I be a comedian? Maybe not.
I know that's true because you might not have had all those formative experiences.
And I was with my mum today, right, and I was saying at this and we were just talking about like how like life, like when we were younger, it was pretty difficult, a volatile situation, and she's like, oh, I just feel like, oh, I wish things were different and we knew this or whatever. And I was like, but like obviously I would love to have not experienced some of the things. I'm not saying like, oh, that was amazing, but at the same time I'm like, but we wouldn't be the people we are. Like we wouldn't be like it shapes you in a bad and good way, but also this, and I think a lot of humor does come for that, and that's why it's like
I'm learning.
Aye, and just also in empathy, the people that are like you don't understand what their home life might be like or whatever's making them that way. And I think it's good because then naturally you gravitate mostly to other people when you're older who are also empathetic, and your friends are people that when they judge people for things and like
and sometimes trauma bonding is epic.
Trauma bonding is
sometimes it's
epic
just
beyond.
you're just having a fag trauma bonding and you're like, damn.
Yeah. But then
this
some people, do you know what
you have to do it in a classy way. You're not
and
oversharing.
You don't go, yep, it's the trauma.
No,
you don't do that.
What you do is you just strike up a bond with one other person, and then you start to realise and you start to share a bit, and then you're getting a good vibe going. It's not about mass appeal with trauma bonding.
No.
It's just not.
And don't be say if you're a comedian, don't be doing a fringe show and then going 45 minutes in, it's time for the traumatic part.
Do you not think?
No, because it's the Fleabag it's the Fleabag framework.
Trajectory. Yeah.
But it became a thing, it became a trope that people were like genuinely, it was 45-minute mark.
Shut up.
Yeah, like it became I seen a few where I was like, okay, this is the mark.
Very on the nose.
But yeah, enough trauma dumping.
Yeah, I actually asked my mum a few questions about motherhood in the spirit of Mother's Day because I won't see her on Mother's Day, and I just thought
Negative marks.
Quite. I can't even speak to my son.
And it's Mother's Day, and I won't speak
and he's
to
on
him.
a flight now, so I
won't speak to him. No, I can't.
And
no.
I asked her a few questions because I thought I actually really want to know, as a adult woman now, what your perception of these things are. Now we can really talk woman to woman. So I asked her a few questions. Let me get them. I said to her, number one, can you explain giving birth to me in 3 words? She most definitely can't, because she would never be able to just use 3 words to explain anything. 2, what's the proudest moment you've had during motherhood? And 3, what's been your biggest challenge as a mother? So I asked her this, and I'm not even joking, within minutes, I received, for visual watchers, you can see a host of voice notes.
Well, that's quite a lot. Well, that's more than 3 answers, certainly.
Yeah. So we can
it's like
listen
3
to
voice
some.
notes an answer.
Yeah, do you want to listen to some?
Yes, please. I love to hear the tones of Juliet McPherson.
Okay, hopefully she's okay with me sharing these.
She will be.
I think she will be. Okay, so let's see what she's saying about... what did I ask her first? Can you explain giving birth to me in 3 words?
And also you should put a little pre-warning about the audio.
Oh yeah, so I have done a quick listen through of these, and my dog, which I believe does have psychological issues, but my mum would beg to differ. She's a lovely dog,
and
they're trauma bonded and they've got a mother-daughter relationship different
and
altogether.
That's true, because does your dog, your family dog, not like just walk about, your mum walks about the house and the dog's just attached to her leg,
So
like with its teeth?
only in the morning.
Oh, okay.
So in the morning, when my mum gets up from bed, my dog attaches herself to my mum's jammy bottom. And wait till I tell you this.
I've only met her once. I love that dog.
She follows her around. So my mum just walks like this for the AM, and she does that. Then when my mum goes into the bathroom and closes the door, you're going to say I'm lying. I am genuinely not lying. The dog stands. The dog sits, whatever a dog does, outside the bathroom door and yowls. But after a few yowls, she genuinely barks, "Mum."
No.
I promise you, ask my dad. So it's not even like me saying it, like, oh, or my mum saying
really
it.
made
She
me emotional.
barks, "Mum." I am not joking, right? Anyway.
Your dog goes, "Mother."
Mother. So, yeah, to get back to the original point, during some of these voice notes, there is a squeaky sound, which I'm presuming is a dog's chew toy. Right, okay, we'll start with the start, which I believe is her explaining giving birth to me in 3 words. Let's go.
Fucking horrendous. It was horrendous. It was fucking painful. It was
We're on 4 words.
fucking traumatic. It was sear.
Sore, she means.
It was also absolutely mind blowing at the end of it. Of course it is when you've done it. Yeah, but actually started off lovely, you know, gas in the air, having a blast, me bobbing about in a bath, me and your dad taking gas in the air,
Taking gas in there.
edit all this, thinking that we were like, basically that this was a piece of piss. I've got to be honest with you. We were like, this is a piece of piss. I would say unexpected and not as prepared as what I thought I had been. But end result doesn't matter. But yeah, it was fucking sear as fuck. What else?
That is unacceptable noise.
Yeah, and you could also put the fact that I locked myself in the bathroom a week before my due date, and was actually, this is a known fact, I was seriously thinking that your dad could do it for me. How fucking stupid was that? Crying in the bathroom, locked the door, sat in there for ages while I got basically coaxed by your dad to come out because I was making a cunt of myself as well. But
So Lola was going to town on a toy there.
Yeah. It was actually starting to sound like a parakeet.
Do you know what's funny? Like, I know exactly what everyone will be thinking. Listen to that. The fact that you and your mum have such a similar voice.
We
is
do.
crazy.
So does my wee sister. Charlotte has a very
Do you know
similar
what's weird?
voice as well.
Like, if you obviously, if I heard everyone who speak, I could very easily identify who was speaking, but it is so scarily similar, and I think I'm used to it that I don't
Because we
realise.
all have it's the same type of like rhythm or like cadence of voice.
Yeah.
I think we all sound very similar. But I like hearing about that experience because my mum was like 25, I think, when she gave birth to me. So it was like, yeah, it was her first time
doing
living
life.
as well. And then I asked her as well, what did I ask her? So I also asked her about what some of her proudest moments of being a mother was, which I actually more meant like her as a mum, like when did she feel proud of herself, which kind of made it about me, which is fine. So she said,
another proud moment, which was when you got. It was proud, but also fucking hilarious. When you got deputy head girl at Woodmill, I was like, how the fuck did that happen? But that was a very proud moment.
Lola agrees.
You know, go up and get your fucking title, bitch. With that title, but that's a very proud. Also, very proud to actually, you know, all the accomplishments you got at Woodmill High School. Do you know what I mean? Fucking
doxed. That was good.
I actually was laughing so much she missed it. She said you got that title and did fuck all with it.
That was so true. Like I genuinely
What
got.
can you do with it?
No, but the whole point of it is that you're supposed to do things
be
with
active.
it. Like, well, I think one thing I tried to do, I tried to help throw a Halloween disco that was unsuccessful and we had to refund the tickets for, which is a joke. To be honest, I was picking up, what's the business term for if you come in and pick up someone's shite and then it's still shite and you can't make it better?
Oh.
There's definitely like a business jargon
You
term
can't
for
make
that.
it better.
What?
You picked up
You
someone's
come
shite.
in to make it better, but it's just like it's too far gone. It's like flogging a dead horse, but businessy.
Shoveling shit.
Yeah. I was shoveling someone else's Halloween themed shit and basically I had to refund the tickets. It wasn't just me, there was a committee, but anyway, I was part of it. I ran a very successful bake sale in which I actually said, do you know what, guys? Let's throw away the classic bake sale. We've all had sweets, we've all had cakes, we've all had confectionery. Let's do a continental market. And I said, everyone's going to pick an area of the world and bring in food to do with that area. And what I thought in my brain was, I'm facilitating this, I'm overseeing this, I'm making sure people do this. I then myself had not prepared anything. So on really, really quick turnaround, I wanted to focus on Denmark,
Denmark.
Denmark.
The Danes.
and Germany, and I did this. Danish biscuits, which I bought in a tin, and then I did these and they flew off. I was going to say the shelves, but it was a desk. They flew off the desk. Cocktail stick, cube of cheese, sliced McPherson smoked sausage, and a pickle.
Well, see, you
Continental stick.
you've told that story on the podcast before about that delicacy you just
Have
described.
I?
Yeah, but I thought before it was a cocktail sausage.
Wait, you're not getting it twisted with my microchips wrapped in ham, are you?
No, of
'Cause that
course
was a
not. It
private
was your
snack.
bake sale story.
Yeah.
But it's in my mind when you told me that before. I thought it was a cocktail sausage. Now
No.
it's a Madison sausage. Everything's wrong.
I love McPherson smoked sausage.
And sorry, did you say there was a pickle on it?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I
that's
pulled
what
that.
I'm having for dinner
I pulled
tonight.
that together so hastily, and they went down a storm. So I would say, in my tenure of being deputy head girl, that's pretty good. The problem was I didn't really want to enforce some of the rules and regulations that came hand in hand with having responsibility.
Yeah.
I didn't really like chucking people out of that. We had this corridor where basically everyone went to sit, but you weren't allowed to sit in it. And, you know, senior people had to chuck people out. I didn't really like doing that.
I am a prefect.
Literally, I kind of like just wanted to wear the blazer and chill and rest on my
Yeah.
laurels. I wanted to rest on my laurels
And
massively.
did you ever do this? Wear your blazer, but over it, wear a chunky belt. I've not been able to
probably
say that
had
in
a chunky
ages.
belt in school, defos.
For those that don't know, anytime any woman in my life says to me, "Is this outfit nice?" and I go, "I think you should just style it with a chunky belt," and it brings me joy
Yeah.
every time. I don't
It's
know
like
how funny
your
other people
version
find
of
it.
jeans, heels, and a nice top.
And I do that as well sometimes.
I
Jeans
like
and a nice
that.
top.
I really like that.
Because you know what?
actually.
If we are all doing something like a big event, somebody's birthday, or we're going out for something like as a massive group in the group chat, we'll start saying what's everyone wearing, and
Yeah.
I can't help but go jeans and a nice top.
Yeah, it's
Don't
jeans,
think anyone laughs,
heels,
but-
and a nice top.
I've never heard the heels.
So we used to do, if we're talking about high school, you want to talk about mothers. What was going to say, if we're talking about high school, we used to do for house parties. How funny is this? For house parties, they were obviously like peak of the social calendar, and like everyone would have different house parties, and it was all very like, that was kind of what you were gearing up to all the time. But you would get dressed up for a house party. And like when I was in school, like I remember I used to go, like I went to see The View at a venue in Dunfermline and wore heels.
That's hilarious.
Which is insane. But for house parties, it would be very jeans, heels, and a nice top because we're in the house, but we're still like wearing, you know, we're wearing our
you know that trends
finery.
where it's like some.
No. Yeah, jeans
heels
and a nice top. Yeah, that's literally that. Jeans, heels, and a nice top.
A nice top. Jeans with heels.
Yeah, and a
When's
nice
the last
top.
time you did that?
Like probably
Over a
high school.
decade.
But there are ways in which people can. I would say a kitten heel and a nice jean is a vibe now. I haven't
Oh,
done
aye,
it yet.
that's
but
true. That's true.
I'm thinking of old school jeans, heels, and a nice top.
Well, speaking of fashion, do you think that there's a period where because I've always heard people say, like, obviously, like when you're a new mum and you're just like getting vomited on all day long and all that, and you ain't give a rat's ass, you go, do you know what? I don't care how I be dressing anymore. Do you think you'll do that, or do you think you'll be still try to turn a look?
I think no, because when I'm in the house just by myself with no babies vomiting on me, I'm
toes out.
I'm
of the
toes
sock.
out, joggies on, bean stains on my socks and all that. Like
Yeah.
I don't care when I
Yeah.
don't care when I'm with my baby. You know that one, Ed Sheeran.
When I'm with my baby, when I'm with my newborn, yeah.
Like I won't care. Like I am actually quite a sloppy Giuseppe when I'm in the house
Yeah.
by myself. I don't mind.
I think
Or
you're-
in Shawlan's Arcade, I don't give a fuck. People will see me looking shit a lot.
Do you know what I think you'll be doing
What?
when you have your baby? Tit plonked on the table in public.
Probably,
You
yeah.
will.
Because I'm
And
quite.
so you should.
I wouldn't really get I don't really get my wabs out for fun at the moment, like in public. But I really
At
don't
the
think
moment.
I don't.
I've never known you to do that personally.
I don't think that I will care about getting my tit out when I'm feeding my baby because I'm feeding my fucking baby.
No, I think it would be good.
Remember when that guy in Paisley saw it when I was carrying Dorinda and he went, "It's not a fucking baby!" when he was walking past me, unprovoked.
And actually it was a baby and a pensioner.
Yeah, I'm bleeding.
Yep. And is dead now.
Yeah.
But
She's in a mausoleum.
so even
Who
cares.
cares? Real heads know that reference.
Okay, what's your favourite songs that revolve around being a mother?
Mama,
Oh,
I love
that is one of my
you.
favourite songs in history.
Yeah, that's the nicest song ever.
Genuinely, like, see, do you know what you need to do sometimes if you're having a bit of a want to listen to sad songs, but you do the perfect sad song trilogy by Spice Girls. Goodbye,
My friend.
Viva Forever, back to back.
Yeah,
And
they're all perfect. The Viva Forever video was amazing.
Oh my
I loved
God,
it
I
so
know.
much. I've got
and
shivers.
and see that as
I've
well.
got shivers.
It's literally ethereal.
Yeah, it's so great.
It's one of the things that
Hasta
evokes a
mañana, always be
We could be
mine.
less in tune or harmonizing. Always be mine.
Oh, that
I'll
one's
be
so
waiting,
good.
everlasting like the sun.
That's so emotional.
Did you see Cruz Beckham playing it on his guitar the other day for his
No,
mum?
I don't follow him.
I don't follow him either, obviously. It just came up. Imagine you went on Instagram and you seen that I followed Cruz Beckham.
But some people do. I probably follow some pretty rogue characters just out of intrigue.
But to me, in my heart, not in my heart, sorry, in my head, certainly
In my
not
heart
my heart,
goes-
based on what I'm about to say, that Cruz Beckham is, I thought he was like 13 max.
He's 20, is he not?
That's ridiculous.
Is that the one that goes out with the one that's a lot older and looks like his mum?
I don't
He's
know.
21 and his bird's like 31 and she looks like
Celebrity
Victoria
mothers.
Beckham.
No, this is your favourite song because Kendra loves this one. She used to always sing it.
This is gonna
I
be a
am
lie.
your mother. You listen to me.
Stop all your mansplaining.
What's the chorus to that?
Ah, fuck knows.
No, there is a
I
catchy.
just know that one. I know that. Is that
I'm
the one
your
she had
mother.
Kris Jenner in the
Yeah.
video for?
And then, actually, this is perfect because I've got another thing
Because
to
she
say
is
about
the
that.
mother.
She actually nearly said that at the start when you said something about Kardashians. I went, that is the mother.
Yeah.
No, it was
She's
when
a
you said,
showbiz
let's call
mother.
Taylor Swift, let's call Taylor up. But no, the other one, do you remember Fergie's flop comeback with MILF money? You got that MILF money.
No.
You got that MILF money. And it just had all the muvvas in the video. It had Kim K and they were
Shut
like
up.
feeding babies and all that in the music video.
That sounds like that shouldn't have been a flop.
You'll know it. But it came after a fucking hit, which is La 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 La. New York saying La 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 La.
Him saying na na na
Coke
na,
Bridge saying La 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 La.
Oh
Air
yeah,
Dream.
that's a good one actually.
Yeah.
I like that one.
But she is also ties in nicely that we're talking about working and being a mother, which reminds me straight away of Britney Spears, Piece of Me.
Oh.
Still got a kid on my arm. That, like, the amount of female and careers in general, obviously you have
Yeah.
a baby and you keep going with your career. And that is a massive like achievement in itself to just be still working and being a mama. No
and I think
wonder.
we're saying B&M.
No, I was being Piece of Me.
Yeah.
But so many pop stars, they have babies and and I've noticed a lot of them say they just bring them on tour.
Yeah. I
Fuck
think you'd
it.
have to be honest.
Bring your child to work. Would you bring your child here?
Yes, actually. I think this is a safe space for a child.
And what about this first ever mother-child podcast?
Neat.
But they're still a child.
I think that could work.
Yeah.
Because
maybe exploitative.
Yeah, true. Because then it's like unpaid labour for them and they don't even know.
I always wonder with that guy on Instagram that interviews kids, you know, and they're like
I love
always.
that. I think
it's-
that's so cute.
And you see the one with Jesse Buckley and Paul Mescal?
No.
And he goes to Paul Mescal. No, he goes to he's just, it's so funny because the kids obviously don't know who these celebrities are and they don't care and they're just going about their thing. And then he just goes to them both and goes, are you married? And then Jess Buckley goes, I am, yes. Out the side of him, I am, yes. And then Paul Messer goes, no, and he goes, ha. Like he's making fun of him. That's so funny.
Oh, I love children.
Kids say the funniest things.
That's nice.
And well done to all the mothers out there.
Yes, what a lovely way, perfect way to end this episode celebrating mothers out there.
Yeah, and you used to be my only enemy, as they said in the Spice Girls song.
Yeah, and fuck your dad.
Fuck them, dad.
That's
and
not
fuck
true,
you
but
too.
yeah.
Some of us had only a mother.
True.
So
let's celebrate that.
Yeah. And well done everyone. Happy Mother's Day, one and all. And thanks for listening to Who Agrees with me, Paul Black.
And me, Kendra McPherson. I'm still waving.
Yeah, we fucked that outro, but it's fine. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Goodbye.